Good afternoon. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday from 1 to 3 p.m. Central, as we get together and we talk about, we have these little ideas and these little jam sessions, what to do to make life easier. You know, a lot of us are going through life-changing decisions right now, and we had a show about that just a few minutes ago, and this was just how to get started. But let's go ahead and go just a little deeper, and this is proven ways to make your life change easier. I mean, it doesn't have to be so difficult, okay? A lot of it is just listening to yourself. Number one, I thought this was really interesting here. It says, know exactly what you want and where you want to go. Yeah, some of us, we kind of have this general idea. Maybe we let other people just, lead us into decisions on maybe where to live, relationships, where to go to church, whatever, whatever that might be, what to cook for supper. Some of us can't even make that decision. So a big problem with change is a lack of clarity. I agree with that. Eat healthier or be successful in business, it's kind of abstract right there. So how can you shoot at a target that you just can't see? You can be extremely motivated and know the instructions, the how, but that won't help you if you don't know where you're going. So set smart goals that clearly and specifically outline your destination. Make sure to be realistic. Unrealistic changes in goals only increases the fear. So don't assume that is what is needed for the change, or that it's even obvious that that's the change. Let's just use the thing about exercise, okay? I'm one of those, I decide I want to reach a goal exercising, and I'll think, well, I'll do 20 setups. That's not going to hurt it. Well, I start doing setups and I go, 20 wasn't too bad. So then I'll go ahead and start doing 40. I'm talking the first day. You got to set realistic goals. And then the next morning you wake up, or the morning after, it's usually 2 days. I've done this enough, So you wake up 2 days later and you can't even move. Then you can't exercise. So it's a whole lot easier. Start with little baby steps and then build up to it. I should know that. I'm preaching to myself here. Number 2, set forth a plan. I mean, how do you know where you're going without a plan? It's like a map, okay? A lot of us use GPS when we're going somewhere. I got to have a plan in place. So script your key moves. Without a plan, a goal is nothing more than a wish. So be as detailed as you can, and try to implement your plan daily by creating daily tasks. And do this on a list. So the more specific, the better. So set a date and a deadline. Set a time. Give yourself detailed instructions. You have to give yourself crystal clear. Now one of those has to fall on me. So give yourself crystal clear guidance to avoid decision paralysis. Regularly go back at your plan and adjust accordingly if necessary. I can make a plan though. I'm going to run outside 5 miles. Okay, I want to be able to run 5 miles within 6 months without getting so tired. And then maybe we make that plan, and then we have some kind of a weird weather situation where we've got a lot of rain coming in. I got to change my plan, so what am I going to do? Okay, I've got to go back and visit it again, okay? So maybe I need to find a mall. Maybe I need to find an inside area where I can do my running. So I can kind of keep the pace up, but I just had to make a little bit of a change so I could keep that going. Start small. Oh, this is the big one. This is where I fail, because I want to, like gangbusters, let's get show on the road, let's do it right now. So let's talk about starting small. Change is a big thing. It can seem daunting, and it's like it's taking forever to get there. So start small. Change is easier to take on when you make it smaller. It's more comfortable. Make sure to take your time. The first things first. Okay, work on one major goal and behavior change at a time. Make sure to give yourself small action steps and focus on each one at a time. Makes sense? Everything can be broken down smaller, so take baby steps. Research shows that people are more likely to be successful in reaching their goals when they had a gradual approach to their goals. So reducing the amount of time your goals take will also make the change easier. Sometimes you got to change your environment. Yeah, you really do. So whether we like it or not, our environment does have a major effect on our behavior. We often don't even notice it. A study in this book is called Switch Now: How to Change Things When Change is Hard, found that people who were given more popcorn ate more popcorn than those who were given a smaller amount, even though both serving sizes were portions were big to finish. Okay, so the popcorn was also made purposely stale. The problem was not the behavior of the people eating too much. The problem was then the popcorn bucket size. So it's true for other problems. Many problems that seem like they're people problem, maybe a people problem, are actually situational problems. So it could, maybe you just diagnosed it the wrong way. So I know I have. This is easier for some more than others, but most of us have at least control in our environment. So surrounding yourself around optimistic and successful people while distracting yourself from toxic and negative people is one way to change while distancing yourself from toxic. Another way is to make your bed when you wake up. Oh, we do this. I found this is so strange how this works. Making up your bed every day. It is just the weirdest thing. If I don't make up my bed every single day, I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I'm not as put together. So Phil and I, every single day we wake up, we want to get our bedroom cleaned first. So the first thing we do is make up the bed. It makes you feel accomplished. It's just that one little thing, making up the bed. And every time you walk through the bedroom, you go, looks nice. The bed's made. Whereas if you don't make up your bed, you're going to walk by that bedroom and go, I think I want to avoid this area because I'm pretty sure it looks like a disaster area, and it really does work. So messiness and disorganization are distracting and are going to make you feel unaccomplished. Another way is to stay away from places that make you your desired change. So if you're trying to stop drinking alcohol, in other words, stop being around people who drink alcohol and stop going to places that serve alcohol. Surround yourself with people that you want to follow, people that you admire, people that you want to make a huge, huge change in your life. Have a buddy. This helps. Research conducted at Stanford University found that we are most likely to enact behavior if we do it with others. Now, if you're interested in becoming more fit, do it with your partner. That's a good way to do it. So Phil and that's what we decided to do. We're going to do these push-ups against the wall. Okay, so we're going to do them together, same time every morning. So we are creatures of habit. So it takes, they say, 21 days to make a habit turn into something that you do forever. Okay, so 21 days. I've seen so many people that almost stopped smoking. And on that 20th day, somebody offers them a cigarette and they take it. Got to start all over again. If they could just went on 1 or 2 more days, they would have had that lit. It would have been done. Okay, number 6, better yet, have a group. Yeah, that's what you need. Now, when a group of people share the same goal or the intention, the desired ability to teach that goal becomes more powerful. So multiple experiences have been conducted on the power of intention. People are more likely to act when others around them are doing the same thing. That's true. The same research from the previous point at Stanford found that even a minor social cue can influence behavior change. This is merely called sociology, which means that doing something around others can increase interest in it. No one likes to underperform relative to their peers either, right? So we're more likely to follow through with the change when others around us are doing so. So when our social belonging is connected to our desired change, the change is more likely to be substantial and long-lasting. Now this one also kind of goes with have a buddy and have a group, and it's called create accountability. You know, somebody's going to be a real friend to you and say, you know what, you only have to do 5 more push-ups, only 5 more, 5 to reach your goal. That is a friend for you right there. Okay, so if you don't have the option for a partner of group, have accountability. I would use caution with this method, as some people may not be so supportive, may just put you down if you've made mistakes, or they could be too pushy or too hard on you. So wanting you to change too much too soon. If you know someone who can be supportive and keep your accountability in a positive way, you're more likely to stick to that behavior. Somebody who just wants to be like, well, you're not good enough, that kind of a person, out they go. You get the right kind of people around you, okay? Okay, emulate people who have results. Yeah, you want to hang around with the successful people, right? So find out what worked for them, why it worked for them, and what they're doing and what they're reading, and copy it. There are people that have dealt with the very same problem we have, or have had the same goal we've had, and have achieved the results that we desire to have. So many of them have written books or blogs about it, or they've even made videos about it, or they have services that teach others how. Have you ever noticed a band or a music artist change their style of music when going mainstream? Well, it's because it's what's popular and it's what works for them. If their goal is to have a broader audience, that is. You know, some people start out singing country, and then they just kind of go out and do a little bit of pop. You know, they do that. I know Kenny Rogers started actually as a rock and roller. Yeah. And then he went into country. Probably the best thing he ever did, because I think he was just better at it. You know, you have to find out what's better for you and have those encouragers around who are going to help you make those decisions as well. Let's go. I want to do one more. Okay, prepare for failure. Who wants to prepare for failure, for goodness sakes? Let's read this and see what this is all about. Failure is not an end, but something that can be overcome. It's just part of the journey towards success. So preparing for failure can also help you to avoid it if you have already thought of solutions to potential obstacles. That's the key. You've already thought about possible situations, okay? It's already been running in your mind right there. Avoid overconfidence as well, though. Studies have shown that when people have overconfidence in their decision making, they're more likely to have poor judgment. People who are overconfident tend to have a fixed mindset about failure. So change the way you look at failure. You're rarely ever going to get it right the first time. So when you learn something new, failure is just a part of the process. People with a growth mindset expect and embrace failure. They say failure is challenges to be tackled and solved. Use failure to grow resilience and grit. Yeah, get tough out there. Let's go on ahead and go into a commercial break, and then in just a few minutes we're going to be talking about focus on the end result. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park, and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Wow, it's so soft and smooth.
It's cool to the touch. How did you do that?
Well, we took MyPillow's patented fill and combined it with this new technology that we didn't have back then when I invented MyPillow to bring you the best pillow in history, MyPillow 2.0. Because of all of you, MyPillow 2.0 has been a huge success, and now we're bringing you our best-selling Go Anywhere MyPillows with the same temperature-regulating technology. Made with my patented adjustable fill and brand new cooling fabric, they're truly the next generation of MyPillow. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save over 60% on our MyPillow 2.0 4-pack special. You'll get 2 MyPillows and 2 Go Anywhere MyPillows, regular $259.92, now only $99.98. King size just $10 more. This is a limited time offer, so please order now.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonesmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m., and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
You have been at this for 12 years. Why are you doing it? Because God's children are not for sale.
Rated PG-13.
Okay, we're back. My name is Donna, and I am your host of The Edge. We're talking about how to set goals, how to start, how to get started, how to get in and how to rush, how to make a change for the better. We're all looking for ways to jump the hurdles, aren't we? If you're a business owner and you own a restaurant, I can imagine you're just all over that trying to figure out, oh my goodness, I don't have enough employees, or maybe I don't have enough cooks back there. I have plenty of business. I just don't have a way to get everything out there for my customers. You got to sit down. You got to focus. Okay, focus on the end result. And this is showing this pretty early. We're already about halfway through the show, but we're looking at this pretty early on. So focus on the results and payoff from all your work now in the future, rather than focusing on the fact that you have to do all the daunting work now. For example, if you hate cleaning your house or doing homework, do it because you like the look of a clean house. Come up with a reason why. Or you will have a degree in the end. Focus on the benefits of the change. So going ahead and make a change, focus on the end and what the benefit's going to be. Number 11, motivate and inspire yourself daily. Motivation is like a shower. It doesn't last. That's why you should get it daily. Motivation isn't innate. It's not either you have it or you don't. And neither is if you don't have it, you can't do it. That's simply not true. What works best to motivate can be different for everybody. So what I like to do is look up motivational videos on YouTube and watch those. Now, the messages in combination with the tone of voice, the music, and the imagery put me in the motivated mood quicker and stronger. Others may prefer to read books and blogs. while others write down or look at their goals and their task for the day. Some prefer a morning workout, even going outside and taking a walk on a beautiful day as well. This is especially great if you want to spark creativity too. Researchers have found that surrounding yourself with green, this is why I got to get outside a lot, makes you more motivated, and it also makes you more creative. Try out different methods to see what works best for you and perhaps try to combine some of those. I got to get out. I'm one of those, if I'm in the house all day long, if it's a rainy day, let's say, Phil looks for reasons to get me outside. So, I mean, it does work. He notices the difference too. Get the momentum going. Research shows that a partially completed longer journey is more motivating than the beginning of a shorter journey, even if the remaining is the same. Get the momentum going. Do everything, anything, as long as it's a start in the direction towards the change. This is why the author of ReachingSelf.com says, this is why I like to start goals and New Year's resolutions early. I start them before the end of the year rather than the beginning of the year. I think that's a pretty good idea. If you already have a head start, it's a whole lot easier to continue. Number 13, you really got to believe it's going to happen. I mean, if you're just sitting there and just going through the emotions, you're going, I want to lose 10 pounds before the end of the year, and you don't really seem too motivated about it, and you don't seem excited about it, it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not. So let's talk about this. We want to believe. Why not? What's the worst that can happen? You raise your expectations and get disappointed. Seems like a better alternative than not trying at all and risking to fail only because of lost hope and giving up. Although, he says, I have written about why giving up can be a good thing. It's not a good thing when it comes to eliminating bad habits. Bad habits like stop smoking. Instead of wishing and hoping, tell yourself you're going to do it. Don't engage in defeating self-talk, as it's going to do nothing good for you. Without hope and belief, there is no motivation. And if you're hanging out with negative people, you have maybe a negative family, you have negative friends, all of that stuff, you're just not going to be successful. You can be, and it's going to take you so much longer. And if you listen to the nonsense, and I'm preaching to myself here, if you listen to that kind of nonsense, you're never going to be as successful as you could truly be. Okay? Make it an everyday thing. It's got to be every day. Even if it's not necessarily a habit or a change you want to implement once a week, make it a daily thing. By that, I mean every single day, write down your goal or the change you want to achieve and why you want to achieve it. In fact, schedule it to implement every day, every morning. Then this will connect you to your goal and then the change you want to implement every day. Don't just do it. Just doing it isn't going to always last, and it's going to make it a lot harder than it should be. So it will also inspire and motivate you daily. Inspiration is a state of mind. Put yourself in that state of mind until the change or habit becomes second nature or the goal is accomplished. No, you shouldn't rely on motivation or inspiration to take action, but try to use it to make change easier. Inspired people are more open to experience. Number 15 right here seems pretty interesting, and that is measure yourself. Now, if you can't measure it, you can't improve it. This will force you to set actionable and specific steps, goals, and plans. It's also a meaning of holding yourself accountable. See, other people hold you accountable. You've got to hold yourself accountable as well. If a teacher stops checking if her students finish their homework she assigns, are they going to keep it going? Are they going to keep doing it? Probably not. They're a lot less likely to. It's a lot easier to track your progress this way as well, which can help you notice the minor changes. This will immensely help your motivation as well as self-esteem. So use a journal or a rating system every night to track your progress and see what's working and see what's not working. It's okay to make a change in something if it's not working. Fuel yourself with positive motivation instead of negative motivation. How can we do that? so much negative in this world, so much you can't do it, you must do it this way, you must do it that way. That's not motivational to me. So a psychology review of over 200 articles concluded that we are wired to focus on the negative. Now, when it comes to lasting change, though it's not at all effective like we may think it is, a review of 129 studies on behavioral change found that the least effective method for change across the studies was based on motivation from fear and regret. Change should also stem from self-love, not from what you don't like about yourself. The type of people who use this motivation and do succeed are less likely to be happy with the results. Instead of motivating yourself out of fear, regret, maybe self-hatred, and anger for change, motivate yourself with desire, love, excitement, and joy. Let's talk about rewarding yourself. You know, a lot of times we don't do that. We just plow on through there. We make the goal, but then next. And you kind of turn into not being motivated anymore. So let's talk about rewarding yourself. Rewarding yourself with classical conditioning reinforces your behavior. Now, this classical conditioning is called positive reinforcement. Your brain makes the connection that the change is positive and it's good for you because you get rewarded for it. Soon enough, the reward won't be necessary because the habit will just be automatic. Rewarding yourself doesn't mean you have to break the bank. It can be as simple as celebrating your wins. Make sure to celebrate your small wins too. So don't punish yourself. Through B.F. Skinner's research proves punishment to be ineffective and positive reinforcement to be a lot more effective. Make it fun. You know, we've got enough of this stuff going on in this world where it's not fun anymore. Make it fun. Making babies is fun. A wedding is supposed to be fun and happy too. Even though they're both huge changes, to make the change easier, try if possible to have fun doing it. If you like to be more fit, let's say, try listening to music when you're working out or signing up for workout classes that are more fun and involve dancing like Zumba. Enjoying this act helps reinforce the behavior through positive reinforcement. It does make the change earlier. That's number 19. Our willpower is the strongest in the morning since we haven't used up any self-discipline. I think this is true. Energy yet. So research has shown that our self-control is an inexhaustible resource that gets used up throughout the day, making us less likely to do great things later in the day because of mental exhaustion. So schedule the change in the morning or as early as possible. If you got to wake up 10 minutes earlier. Don't wait until the end of the day or after work. You're less likely to be motivated, and you're also more likely to be exhausted and find it harder to make decisions and to be creative. Okay, that's important. Educate yourself. Research and understand the behavior. There are a lot of false information out there, misconceptions, myths, and even bad advice. We believe just because our parents told us or just because Joe told us. If it's physically possible, the only obstacle to any problem is always knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Learning is the most valuable skill we have. Every change, every action does require knowledge. It's extremely important. My name is Donna. I am your host of The Edge on IAC Radio. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, from 1 to 3 p.m. Central, as you and I get together and we just hash this stuff out. Again, thank you so much for watching. Looking forward to seeing you a little bit later on with, and by the way, if you have any ideas, any subjects you would like for me to cover, all you have to do is send an email. I'll look into it. Donna@donnasedge.com. Right there below me, Donna@donnasedge.com. You take care.